burnt cash pile has been found at the judge's home. The first response from the Union Law Minister is out. Meghwale said the Supreme Court is probing Justice Verma case. He said wait for the committee report to be out. So the first response from the Union Law Minister is out, where he said that the Supreme Court is probing Justice Verma case and that we must wait for the committee report to be out.
देखिए उसमें सुप्रीम कोर्ट कार्रवाई कर रहा है और आपके ध्यान में भी आया तीन जिसमें दो तो ऑनरेबल हाई कोर्ट के चीफ जस्टिस हैं और एक जज हैं हाई कोर्ट के, उनकी कमेटी की रिपोर्ट आने दो फिर बताएंगे.
I'm going to go back to my colleague Ashutosh Mishra, who continues to be with us on the story. Ashutosh, we're just listening to the first response from the Union Law Minister, who said that we must wait for the committee report to be out. What do you think the report could reveal?
Law Minister was in Imphal when this question was raised about the stockpile and the investigation. He said that let the probe committee report come out, and only the government will look after into it. So clearly the probe report will have to see whether it is some action the Supreme Court itself going to take, or they're going to forward the road to this report to the union government for the further investigation. Because if there are some irregularities found, then that eventually becomes a criminal case, and that will be only the expertise of the investigative agency like the CBI, the Enforcement Directorate, the Income Tax, or even the Delhi Police. So on that will, of course, what the Law Minister has said, that they're waiting for the probe report. Now, what could be possibly found in that probe committee report? What will be the area of the investigation of the probe panel? Is exactly the source of this money found? Where exactly was it found? The response that will be given by Justice Yashwant Verma and many others. Because remember, the one response that was submitted to him to the Supreme Court was he said that he does not know that there was a particular area in this in-house premises where the stockpile was found. So that, of course, doesn't satisfy the investigation. So until and unless there is a proper report submitted by the panel and then they found certain irregularity, then of course it will be the primarily investigation, and primarily action will only be taken by the Supreme Court, whether they are going to suspend the judge, whether they are going to order a criminal investigation in that part. So that's exactly why we heard the Law Minister that the government would be waiting for the report.
Ashutosh, despite the videos that have been released by the Supreme Court of the huge stockpile of cash, burnt cash, and now with debris being found, the important question here is the source of the money. But we've seen that Judge Verma has been defiant. He's maintained that he's innocent, and all of this is being done to frame him. What can you tell us about that?
So, if you remember, any of the accused, wherever there have been raid or the money seized or in any of the investigative agency, has any accused in past ever said that the money belongs to him or he has admitted the guilt of his crime that has committed? So, that's exactly with the role of Justice Yashwant Verma as well. He would never agree or he would never accept if at all there is some crime has been committed. It will be the role of the investigative agencies, it will be the role of the probe panel by the Supreme Court as and when they examine and analyze, including the statement, including the prima facie evidences, the situation, the videos that everything are available, and then we'll have see the action that the Supreme Court going to take, the probe panel recommendation, the committee report, whether they're going to seek further investigative by the experts and the investigative agencies, or the suo motu action that Supreme Court itself will initiate against Justice Verma.
Ashutosh, thank you for bringing us those details on that story.